Hello, universe. My name is Kingsley, as you may or may not know. And I am actively participating in this Shea Loss 5-week chubby challenge. Now, for those of you who may not know what it is, Shay Carl of the Shea Tards, it has a channel called Shea Loss, which he started, I guess, almost 2 years ago or something now, because he was severely overweight, 80 or something pounds overweight, and he put in major effort and lost over 100 pounds. At one point, had lost over 100 pounds and got into just tremendous or really solid physical shape. And now, and he's done some things like, like Shea Timber, sort of all these sorts of plays off of his name, which he always does quite effectively, by the way. But this most current thing started around, I want to say, the mid-June range, June 14th, between June 14th and June 20th. He started this new program called Shea Loss 5-week chubby challenge. And I've watched a tremendous amount of the videos that people have posted in relation to this, and I've, like I said, been actively participating. And something I've noticed a lot is people having, falters in the process of trying to lose weight. And I just wanted to put a specific video out there talking about the subject of, weight loss. Now, I'm not by any means a master of weight loss when it comes to, right now. I've been losing weight most recently, but there were a couple of years, well, like, sort of just to start off, there was times in my life when I've been just sharp. There was a point in my life where I was 7% body fat, and, men are supposed to be around 15, so I was less than the preferred, body fat ratio. And then there's been times in the more recent, like the last 3 years, where I gained to where I was basically about 100, near 300 pounds, not quite, but about 290 pounds basically. And I've started to lose weight. I want to say I'm probably in the, I haven't weighed myself recently, but I'm probably somewhere in the 240s, 250s, something like that. I bet I'm probably in the 240s, maybe getting closer, somewhere around there. But I've definitely known always how to lose weight, what it takes to lose weight. For me, I'm not saying it's that I know the answer for everyone, but one of the things that I know is not the answer, and the most important thing that I know is not the answer, which is the reason for this video, is extremes. It's one of the videos called Balance. Because, hang on a second. I'm posting another video. I use both my iPod, my iPad, and my iPad and my iPhone to post videos, and right now I'm posting another video. So anyway, when it comes to balance, this is what I want to get out, and I want to try and make this shorter than the other one I did. But I see a lot of people talking about, oh, well, I fell off the horse. I'm going to recommit today. Well, I have a concern about this because I feel like people are potentially setting themselves up for failure in a way that they don't have to. Number one, the 5-week challenge is a great concept, and I know what Shay and Logan are trying to do with it. At least I believe I do, which is to get people started on a path to improve the quality of their lives and hoping that they'll make a change. But I don't want people to get into this belief that all they have to do is do this for 5 weeks, and then they can hit the store and say, it's now time for a little cheating. I'll have hamburgers, I'll have some pork ribs, I'll have some fried chicken from KFC, I'll have a big old bag of chips, I'll have all this stuff, candy, cookies, just pile it on. Let's hit the dollar store, and the cheaper it is, the less it seems, the less of it seem like I'm getting. So I don't want people to get caught into that, and that's what I worry about with people saying, okay, we have to put fruits and vegetables in our diet, we have to do this, we have to do that. If you're someone who has lived your life predominantly without eating, that much in the way of vegetables, especially green vegetables, which have a very different taste from chocolate, okay, and pastries and cookies. It's very different. It's almost a more gritty. It's not generally smooth like that. I mean, chocolate and all that stuff is designed to be smooth, so it goes down your gullet and makes your taste buds go bing, ding, 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 like a Vegas light machine. And so in most cases that doesn't happen for people unless they were sort of raised in that sort of a pattern. But if you're not, then you can tend to be easily discouraged when you're told, let's eat some fruits and vegetables. You're like, oh, Jesus, everybody wants me to eat damn fruits and vegetables. Well, I'm not a person who's going to tell you to always eat fruits and vegetables, because I don't think that works all the time if you've always had a habit. There's a couple of ways you could approach weight loss. You can either, A, completely 180 your diet and go from drinking whole milk to drinking, almond milk or low fat milk, skim milk basically, and eating, steak to eating, lean turkey, or, eating pastries and eating, fruit and vegetable smoothies, and you may be able to adjust to that. However, if you're not someone who's, capable of doing that, what's going to happen inevitably is you're going to do it for a little while, and then you're going to fall, because you're going to have those cravings that still exist for the things that your palate is used to. So my suggestion to people is, don't try and eliminate everything from your diet that you enjoy. Just limit it. Introduce more fruits and vegetables, and then really be able to enjoy those foods that you really like. You can build up an appreciation or respect over time for the way certain foods make you feel. Like fruits and vegetables give you more energy, just like exercise, even though it's sort of a thing when you think about, oh, I gotta go exercise. Oh, damn it. When you get to the gym and you finish it, you feel this different level. And I was doing cardio just last night, for example, and I was like, oh, God, because I went to the store and I went to McDonald's and all that sort of stuff, and I bought some, a hamburger, because I want to do a video called Fast Food Juicing. But I bought this stuff to juice it up, and then I went by KFC and I bought some chicken because I'm going to juice that as well. It's be mildly disgusting to visual. Hang on, this is showing you that I talk too much. Okay. So, anyways, my point is don't overdo this thing and do a 180 flip from one to the other, because inevitably what's going to happen is, unless you know how to sustain it, and you find foods that are equivalent in the way you feel about them. So in other words, you can replace a Snickers bar with an apple. You know what I mean? And you can say, okay, I like a Snickers and an apple just the same amount. Then the chances are of you sticking with the apple and never eating a Snickers again are zero. Because eventually you're going to want your Snickers bar again. So I'm saying don't avoid the Snickers bar. I'm just saying balance it out with something else. Balance it. Don't eat 5 of them a day. Eat 1 a day if you're used to eating 5 a day. Eat 1 a day and eat an apple, as another variation during the day. Obviously, the calories are less than an apple. If you're not used to exercising, I'm not going to tell you to go to the gym and wear yourself out, because inevitably, if you go to the gym when you've never worked out before, and you get on there and you're like, oh, I got to do muscle lifting and I got to do cardio, this and that, you are going to fall because you're not used to it. It's not a part of your daily habit, and you see all these people doing it, and they're like, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this. You're not going to do it because your body is not used to that pattern. You've got to slowly evolve your body and balance it out to a place where it can take more exercise. So that's why when I do like the 15 minutes videos that I do, I'm pointing off that way for no reason. I don't even know what the hell's over there. It's like a door. But anyways, I do 15 minutes and just say, take a walk for 15 minutes. If you've got a treadmill, walk on your treadmill. If you're on your bike, ride your bike. But I'm talking about 15 minutes a day. And I promote doing 15 minutes a day. Now, my videos sometimes are longer than 15 minutes, but they're not designed for you to go, okay, he's on there for 15 minutes, let's just pay attention. I'm going to pay attention for 15 minutes. Because the whole idea is, they're doing video and cardio with you for 15 minutes if you want to participate in it. And I hope that the time flies enough to where you're not paying attention to it. But you don't have to be running. You could be running, you could be walking, you can do 15 minutes outside in the beautiful fresh air of the eve or whatever, and listen to me ramble on about a variety of topics. Or listen to a podcast and take a walk. It doesn't have to just be me, it can be anything. Or listen to your favorite songs and set a timer on your phone and say, okay, I'm going to walk 15 minutes in this direction, and then I'm going to turn around and walk back. Because if you do that at a steady pace, it's about 2 miles, which is about 200 calories. And slowly but surely your body will be able to take more because it'll eventually become used to that. Water is great for you. Now, I know people say, oh, water. Well, don't just drink pure water if you can't handle it, if you're not used to that enough. Buy juice, and I know this might sound different to some people. Start out by drinking water. You buy like apple juice at the store. Pour apple juice into a glass, about 75%, and then put water in the rest of the way. So water it down a little bit. And slowly over time, start to get your body used to removing some of that apple juice, a little bit at a time, until you're half and a quarter, whatever you want to, until either A, you can go without the juice completely, or you can drink a little bit of juice and a whole lot of water, and your body starts to become acquainted with that pattern. Pattern change is what really this whole Shea Loss thing is about changing patterns and habits. Don't look at anything as a diet. Diet's an evil word. I still look back to this day to looking back at one of the most famous people of all time when it came to working out, which was Richard Simmons. If you've never heard of him, if you haven't, then go look up Richard Simmons. And he had, I think, a very solid approach to the way he looked at things. He said, we have this thing called Deal a Meal, and it was this wallet with these different colored cards, and it told you, okay, you can have so much of this per day. Okay, use that card, you put it to the pocket on the right. You have this, move it to the pocket on the right, and he showed you how to get through a day with just balance. And balance is very important in every aspect of your life, in relationships, in work, in play. Good God.
Action.
Okay, so balance is what I want to get across. Don't overdo it to the point and 180 yourself to a point to where, because if you do this, like a flip, a 180 flip, this to this, what's inevitably going to happen if you're doing something like that is the whole concept of a flip is back to the position you started at again. So don't push your, don't do such a such a significant flip that you push yourself over and you stay there until gravity continues the motion back to the other side again. Balance is very important. Don't get caught up on a diet. Get caught up on balance and creating a solid habit for yourself. You will, in fitness and in nutrition, and you will see results, because as you start to see results from creating a balance in your life, what you're inevitably going to do, what I've seen, is that you will start to want to see more of that success. And so you'll go, okay, I'm going to institute this now, and I may not eat this as much because I found something else I like just as much. And you will evolve yourself. But you always have to allow yourself to have that balance. If you want to have a Snickers bar and you deny yourself a Snickers bar, what's going to happen eventually is you're going to eat 5 of them. Because it's going to happen. Because you're denying your body's urge. Let your body have it. It doesn't mean you have to overfeed your body that urge. It doesn't mean if you go and have a great sandwich at Subway and you're like, oh my God, that sandwich was so good, I think I would have another one, that you give yourself that sandwich right after that. Say, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I had the great sandwich, I really enjoyed it, so I'm going to come back next week and I'm going to have that sandwich again. Don't deny yourself those things. Just balance it in your life, and you will see results. Anyways, it's really what I want to get across. I have a tendency to exposition, put a lot of exposition in things, but it's because I really want to to give people this idea that you don't have to deny yourself those things that you enjoy. All you have to do is find a place for them in your life to where they're not the only thing you have. And that will be a way to slowly start to make a lifestyle change that you can be comfortable with. And really, your comfort is what you need more than anything else. So that's it. I wanted to share that. I hope it in some small way helps 1, 2, 3, half a person, which would technically be odd if you were half of a person, because I would be talking to legs, or, that's disturbs me thinking about it. So I appreciate your watching. I do hope in some way it helped, and I hope you find a balance that makes you happy in your life, in what your goals are and what you want to do in every aspect, not just fitness, but relationships, career, all of it. So take care of yourself. Take great care of yourself. And my motto in life, well, I have 3 things that I like to leave people with is, number 1, small steps make big changes. Motion creates momentum. And number 3, just as important, if not more, live with passion. I'll see you later.